If you're making less than $5,000 a month, I can guarantee you that you don't have the right skill set, but most of all, you don't have the right mindset to actually have the belief system that you can make more than $10, $15, even $20,000 a month as a closer. And you probably came into this space thinking, I'm gonna be able to make 10K in my first 3 months, just like my students, Kyle and Sam. But the problem is, if you don't have the right equipment in here, the right operating system to be able to have that belief system that you're going to make $10,000 plus a month, it doesn't matter what skills that you get, the more better that you become with the skill set, if your mind is not letting you operate as someone that is a six-figure closer. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to get over those limiting beliefs. Something that I've actually personally do with over 14 years plus experience in sales, in remote sales, but also in face-to-face. I was knocking doors in the cold, in the wet, in the snow. So trust me, listen. Right now, if you feel that you can't make $10,000 a month, right? It's probably because of your belief system of your hardwiring when you were a child. If your parents always said to you that making money was hard, then you now believe that making money is difficult for you. So imagine right now, right? You're 6, 7 years of old and you're asking for pocket money and you want some more money to be able to buy something. And they're saying to you, we can't afford that, we can't afford that, right? All of a sudden you have been programmed from an early age that money is hard to come by. So that belief is now obviously brought into your teenage and your adult life. So you have to ask yourself right now, how do you actually feel when you deliver a price to a prospect on a call or on a Zoom? And let's say your ticket price is $5,000. When you deliver that $5,000 price, do you actually deliver it with conviction, with confidence? And do you truly believe in what it is that you're actually selling? Because that is really, really important. And if you're like, so yeah, John, the price is obviously $5,000 and you're gonna get this, this, and this, that shows to me you've got fear. You need to be delivering that price with confidence and with conviction. So yeah, John, for everything that we've spoken about today, the price is gonna be $5,000. How do you wanna push that through? Visa or MasterCard for the investment? Conviction, confidence. And if you feel that when you're going to deliver that price, that you're feeling a little bit warm and you're a little bit fuzzy and you're nervous, it shows to you that your mind is operating from a place of scarcity. Because maybe you haven't invested $5,000 in yourself before. Maybe you are one of those people that have gone on YouTube and you've watched loads of videos, but you've never actually pulled the trigger to invest in yourself. So that's actually going to show up on your prospects' calls. Because how can you ask someone to invest in themselves if you haven't actually invested in yourself? Think about that. And I've invested literally over 30,000 US dollars in my education over the last 2 years. And that's why I can confidently say I have no problem asking for $10,000, $20,000 on a Zoom call, because I've already been there and I've done it for myself. So that's one thing you need to understand. Sit down and write down what is the biggest investment that you've actually invested in yourself. Because once you pull that trigger, right, there is an energetic field that is created of making that transaction. The universe knows now that James, John, Luke is willing to get uncomfortable and let go of money to progress and become better as a remote sales closer, which makes you then a better human being because you're not asking someone to do something that you haven't already done. Super, super important. So that's number one. Yeah. Number two is, do you always go down the payment plan route? So if your prospect says to you when you're obviously on a call, so do you do payment plans? They've already told you that they're actually ready to buy. That's actually a buying signal. So what a weak closer will do who suffers talking about money because of obviously their childhood kind of beliefs and possibly traumas that they've been put through, are going to turn and say, yeah, we do payment plans. I can chop it up into like 2 or 3 or 4 payments for you. But you've just given them exactly what they want. They haven't even had to like fight to get a payment plan. So you can give them the payment plan because you're triggered in your mind that they think that that's what's going to get the deal over the line. But what about if they're just asking that out of curiosity? So this is exactly what I do with my guys. They'll go, so James, like, do you do payment plans? Can you like chop the payment up? I'll say, John, it's not normally something that we do. Like, why do you ask? Oh, well, I was just obviously seeing if I could chop it up, it would be easier. Okay. Well, just to obviously see like if we can even possibly make this work, like most people just put this on a credit card. Is that something that you can do? Presume close, confidence. Most people will just put on a credit card. Is that something that you can do? Straight away, when you say like, yeah, like chopping the payment, it's not really something that we normally do. You're not saying yes, but you're also not saying no, which is really, really important, because if they generally don't have the money from a logistical point, and let's say it's $5,000 investment, but they have $2,000 or $2,500, we don't want them to think that they can't actually get into the program or the coaching because they don't have the full amount. But also, we don't want them to think that if they have got, say, $10,000, but they're feeling a little bit uncomfortable because there's fear coming up of letting go of that $5,000, because guess what? Prospects are exactly the same as you. They have the same internal fears and traumas from their childhood that they bring into their adult life. So they're scared to let go of that money. Yeah. And I'm going to share an absolute golden nugget for some of you, maybe even sales coaches that are watching right now as well. So when they say, right, can I chop the payment up? Yeah. You can say like, we can definitely like possibly even see if we could do that once you find out that they don't have all the money in one go. Yeah. So I hope this is making sense. Yeah. Comment to me now that this is making sense, because I want to put more content out like this. Right. What you're going to say, right? Look, I completely understand now. You've done an open wallet check. You've asked them, what do you have available on Visa, MasterCard, crypto, stocks? What can they liquidate to put into the coaching in the program, which is going to help them get to, obviously, $10,000 a month, which is $120,000. And if they say to you, yeah, a little golden nugget, if they say to you like, well, that's expensive, I just don't really have the money. I appreciate, John, from what you've just said, that money may be a concern, but isn't this just going to cost you more money in the future if you just carry on delaying this and procrastinate like you've done for like the last 2 years? How much money has that procrastination actually cost you? And this is something that I've actually dealt with, and I've worked with Bogdan on this, and it's been an absolute game changer. Yeah. And then you're going to say, so the real question is, like, how do we actually get resourceful and find the money so that you can actually get access to the program and start making $10,000 a month, which is 6 figures a year? That's the real question, isn't it, John? Then it shifts their mindset to becoming resourceful and not sticking to that identity of like, oh my God, that's a lot of money, that's expensive. Yeah. And this is what we do through the discovery. We shift prospects' belief system. Yeah. So that's number 2. You really want to find out, like, what are they saying to you? Oh, do you do payment plans? That's a statement. Explain. Don't just go yes, because then you're giving away your commission, right? Number 3, in my opinion, right? All of this happens in the discovery, right? So you're going to be asking someone for $5, $10, $15, $20,000, right? You need to be setting frames within your discovery and actually getting them to already think like that they are that person. They are that identity. Yeah. So you can just drop something in there like, well, look, man, you probably obviously know this. You're a smart person, John. Like, all the successful people out there just use OPM, which is other people's money. All of these people like your Grant Cardones, yeah, that are real estate moguls. They use other people's money to be able to make money. And that is literally how they become super successful and super wealthy. And this is what we've seen with a lot of our students, yeah? Like, they get really resourceful and they literally just make things happen. And that is why they're super successful. Because right now you're probably in a boat and it's probably got holes in, and they're your blind spots. And that's why your strategy is not working to get to X, Y, and Z. And the reason why you can't see them is because you've never been given, obviously, like a mentor or a coach to kind of show you where you're going wrong. So all we need to do right now is get you on a different boat, which is a different strategy that is going to then help you to get to obviously your goals a lot quicker. Does that make sense? Yeah. So what you've done there, you've shifted the kind of like potential objection about that coming up at the end about money, because they understand that the most successful people in the world use other people's money, which is credit. Yeah. So get the MasterCard out, get the Amex out. And also you've created doubt that they can't see their blind spots because they're in the wrong boat. So if you start doing those three things specifically on your calls, that is going to help you, one, to collect more cash up front, two, get to the end of the call and their mindset's already been shifted, because at the end of the day, they know that if they don't obviously invest, it's going to cost them more money over time. But number three, they know that you created doubt. They can't see their blind spots. They're in the wrong boat. Every time they row, they feel like obviously they're just getting stuck in the same place and they're going around in this hamster wheel. And that's why they're not getting close to their goals. So they need a new strategy. A new strategy is what's going to get them to where they want to go a lot quicker. So I hope this has been super helpful. And yeah, comment obviously in the video which is obviously your favorite golden nugget. And let me know what else you're actually struggling with, because I want to share some more content like this to be able to help you guys. All right.